In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 ways that I make passive income as a videographer in 2026. And at the end of the video, I have a bonus tip for you as well. I want to break down each tip, cut all of the fluff, show you exactly what you should be doing and how you can leverage your skills to build an amazing one-person business. I don't know about you, but I was always told that a one-person service business hasn't got the ability to scale. And you know what? Up until a few years ago, that was probably right. As a filmmaker and photographer, I can only edit so many projects. I can only take on so much responsibility. So here's the thing about scaling passive income. It's not easy and it's not for the faint-hearted. It's not about clicking a few buttons and forgetting about it. It's quite a lot of work up front. It's quite a big risk. And the truth to be told, you don't know if it's going to pay off. I've seen so many of these videos, and I'm sure you have as well, where someone talks about passive income and about how they make so much money per month. I watch it through only to find that most of the time they're talking about a YouTube channel, real estate, stocks, or crypto, and it's good for them, but that doesn't help me as a videographer. That's why I've made this video. So I searched the internet for answers, and over the course of the last 10 years, I've created this list to help you as a videographer. And this advice isn't just fluffy nonsense. It's genuine advice that you could start doing today. The advice I'm going to give you isn't just buy a house and rent it out. Hopefully it's real advice that you could actually start using today. I promise that real estate and stocks and shares will not feature. This list is for videographers, for creators, whatever you want to call yourself. If you pick up a camera, this list is for you. Hopefully it will save you hours of time and give you a bucket load of knowledge. Now, this is a quick disclaimer. Not all of this is passive. It's at least a different model, but it's certainly a lot more passive than charging by the hour. I hope that makes sense. So the first way to make passive income as a videographer is by leveraging stock videos and photos. If you've been on this channel for 2 seconds, you'll know that I am a massive fan of stock photos and videos. Stock photos and videos, for those of you that don't know, are just videos and photos that live on the internet, available for people all over the world to license. They effectively pay you a royalty. Stock is very passive because you don't need to do anything to maintain those sales. Now, there are a handful of objections to this, and I'm going to go through them very quickly. However, if you want to see a far more detailed video, it will be up here where I break down whether stocks are still worth it in 2026, and it will give you a lot more information. But I'm just going to gloss over these really quickly. Number 1, it takes too long. Number 2, there's not enough profit. And number 3 is that AI is killing the stock photo and video game. Okay, so the first point is absolutely true. It does take too long. But when you use AI to leverage the uploading, and you use it to leverage the metadata and the descriptions, it's like stock photos and videos on easy mode. Simply upload the assets to an AI generator and let it recognize all of the videos and photos for you. Then once it's done that, you just send it to 12 different websites. It's really, really easy. And if you're interested in that, check out the first link below, and that will take you to the AI model that I use to do all of that work for me. Number 2 is all about the profits. And yet they had definitely decreased over the years. However, because you can upload so much more, so much quicker, it does kind of balance it out and makes it still worth it, in my opinion. And AI isn't quite there yet. You are in danger of going through 100 iterations of a prompt to still not be happy with the final result, having wasted a lot of money. And look, some recent news is that ChatGPT is closing down Sora. It's shutting down the program. There's lots of reasons why this might have been the case, and certainly lots of speculation, but something that is fairly obvious that costs a lot of processing power to do this. And it's probably not commercially worth it for them. So that means a huge player in the AI video generation game is out of the race. And since I've been a stock contributor, I've not seen a dip in sales since the rise of AI. In fact, I've seen quite the opposite. Now, if you want a full guide on this, then check this out over here. I've actually made a full course on my AI automation process for stock photos and videos. It's totally for free. I just hope that you really enjoy it. So check it out if you're interested in that. The second way that you can make passive income as a videographer is fairly obvious, and it's been mentioned before, but it is to create a course. But I'm going to offer you some insight and some advice that you might not have heard before. Courses can be insanely lucrative. The first course I ever made, I made it in 2 hours straight, and it was absolutely awful. I threw it up on Udemy, which is a course website, and forgot about it. And for whatever reason, to this day, people still enroll into that course. I don't know why. It's just really dreadful. But you know, that got me thinking, like, imagine if I actually really tried at this. Since then, I've made other courses, and I have one here on YouTube as well, which I mentioned earlier about the automation, and that drives sales through the affiliate links that I mentioned. Just like earlier, talking about the AI automation software I use, that is an affiliate link, and that drives revenue. It's all very clever. But I found that the real magic of creating courses is partnering with other people and utilizing their skills, their audience, to generate income via a course made in a partnership. And here's how it works, and here's how I've done it. You find someone with a strong following or a great skill, you offer to film it, direct it, cut it, produce it, and instead of getting paid upfront, you just take shares of the revenue. You effectively are asking for royalties rather than an upfront payment. You take on all the risk. And if you're giving them a money printing machine, that's something that runs online in their sleep, they literally cannot get rid of you. They can't do it without you. In exchange, you get a piece of the pie. There's lots of ways of doing this. You can create a community on something like School, which has a monthly recurring revenue model, or you can use other platforms like Udemy. There's loads of ways to create deals like this and to structure deals like this. You, of course, could create a course yourself around the skills that you know, a behind the scenes breakdown of what you do and how you achieve it, your workflow, your shortcuts. And if you price it fairly, then even cheap courses can scale massively. For everyone that has an internet connection on planet Earth can purchase your course. The wonderful thing is that courses will outlive you. Once they're created, even if you pay them no attention at all, they will keep earning, providing that you keep getting sales. And whether it's your knowledge or someone else's, as long as you've packaged it up really nicely and turned it into a digital product, you can scale this infinitely. The third way to make passive income as a videographer is through affiliate marketing and sales. Affiliate marketing is kind of insane if you don't know what affiliate marketing is. I once met this guy who worked about 3 days a week. He lived in this massive house and had a beautiful home. And he was like only 2 years older than me. But eventually I kind of squeezed the truth out of him, which was that he was an affiliate marketer and he ran a simple blog, promoted some software, dropped an affiliate link, and that one blog makes him so much money every month. I honestly couldn't believe it. And meanwhile, I was like running my ass off, trying to meet deadlines for clients where I charged hourly. And he was making a total bank from just SEO and a well-placed link. And that's when I started paying attention and thought maybe there's something in this, maybe I could implement this too. So affiliate marketing isn't just about selling other people's products, as good as that is. You can also create affiliate marketing through your own products. So if you have, say for example, a digital product, and you can empower people to sell that product and they will get a commission. If you sell digital products, most decent web builders will offer an affiliate plugin. It's well worth checking out. It's basically free marketing with no risks to you up front. So here's how to start. I joined the Amazon Associates program. This is a program which means that you can create links that link to Amazon products and you will get commission from that. So if you have something on your Instagram bio saying my gear, and it's got all of the gear that you use, or if someone sends you a DM saying, hey, what lens do you use? You can just send them an affiliate link and you will make a commission from that. But it's not just physical items like cameras. You can make affiliate links from different pieces of software or online services or licensing platforms. There's so many different options out there. The best affiliate links often come from services that are online or software. And it's because they don't have to ship anything. It's all digital. And so usually they offer really great incentives for people to become affiliates. Even adding something like my gear to a page in your website can generate a really decent revenue. Most of the time, all you have to do is just ask if there's an affiliate program for a company or a service that you like. Build the links once, write the blog once, make the YouTube channel once, and the links will continue to serve you as long as that is available. It's very cool. Another angle on this is teaming up with people that do local advertising. Most of us in the videography world work commercially, and the videos that we create are going to be used to drive traffic to a business. And my advice is to team up with local advertisers. So say, for example, you get offered an agency rate that is 30% cheaper than it is for the general public. You could then go to your clients and say, hey, if you want to advertise at this place, like the cinema, I can give it to you for 10% less than what the public get it for. And so it's a brilliant model because you receive a finder's fee, which is great, of 20%. The advertiser's happy because you've got them work, and the business is happy because you've made them a discount. So everyone's happy. And if they were going to buy that thing anyway, it's just the easiest sale in the world. So go and be an affiliate for something more local. I think you'll be surprised at how many people are willing to do it. And this money isn't passive, but it is commission-based, which is so exciting when you convince someone to spend £5,000 of advertising and you get 20% of that. Worth giving a go. Okay, the fourth way of making passive income as a videographer is selling LUTs, presets, or editing drag and drops. Now, I'll be straight with you. I don't love this option, and it's not something I've done too much of. I've tried selling a digital product before, and it totally flopped. My first attempt was a sound design pack for drone pilots, which you can imagine didn't do very well. I don't know what I was thinking, because I didn't sell anything. And to be honest with you, the product wasn't very good. But to be fair, every failure teaches you something. I feel like I learned a lot from that product. I'd say that the market is crowded, yes, but if you hit the right trend with the right product and it's genuinely good, I think the upside could be massive. And if you look at companies like Esco or Ocular Sounds, you'll know that these guys are shifting a ton of digital products, and they have probably made millions from assets that you can drag and drop. And I think it can include thinking a little bit outside the box. So this might include something like a Notion template for videographers, or a specialized pack. Like for me, I work in food and drink, and I know that if I saw something tailored to that, like a LUT pack or sound design, I know that I'd be far more likely to buy it. And again, once you've made a digital product, it doesn't go anywhere. They live forever. And with the power of paid advertisement, the sky is genuinely your limit. And look, in this AI world, as it evolves, the opportunities to create new products will come, and they'll only get bigger. The key is imagination and good problem solving. If you can spot where filmmakers are struggling, then you have an opportunity. Number 5 is one I regret putting in this list. However, it is very good, and hopefully this angle is one that you've not heard before. But building a YouTube channel does open up a world of opportunities, and you don't have to make videos about filmmaking. I think this is where a lot of people go wrong. I know a lot of filmmakers that started out as freelancers that then became YouTubers in a subject that they found really interesting, and then became YouTubers full-time. You already have a massive unfair advantage. The fact that you have camera gear and lighting means that you're basically ready to go. And again, these videos will last forever. They'll be up on YouTube for as long as they exist. And if you make videos that rank and search really well, they could keep making you money for a very, very long time. Now, even if your YouTube channel doesn't blow up or go viral, I can give you an example of how a little YouTube channel I made has definitely helped me in my career. I started off making a little YouTube channel all about our local food and drink scene. It was nothing fancy, it was just a bit of fun. It's going into restaurants, eating food, being a bit silly. And then what we'd do is we'd give the content that we've made back to the business owners. And the result of this was really interesting, but it meant that I got the opportunity to hone my craft as someone that had moved from wedding filmmaking into the food world. It just meant that I got to go and practice a lot of what I wanted to do and work with some businesses that probably would not have considered me beforehand. A lot of these restaurants came back and booked me properly, which was awesome. My channel has only got about 2,000 subscribers. It does make the tiniest amount of passive income. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because if you do this right and do this properly, you can leverage this and turn it into an absolute beast. So how do you do it? You pick something you love. It could be Warhammer or surfing or politics, cooking, it doesn't matter. Most people starting out on YouTube just wish they had the equipment that you already have. So you've got a massive head start. Be realistic with your consistency. Don't promise a video every week if you know that it's going to burn you out and you can't achieve this. I'd say make a video every month. Take it slow, take it steady, and see what happens. Don't overpromise, just remain consistent. Enjoy the process. And at the moment, nobody cares how much you post. So enjoy that freedom. And even if you make no money, the skills you gained are worth their weight in gold. However, there are smart ways you can still monetize a channel. Like I said earlier, you could partner with someone else to create a channel with them. And what I do is I turn all of the footage I take on these shoots and turn it into stock footage. Now that is a revenue driver and creates passive income. Now look, here's the big picture. I've met Instagram influencers and YouTubers that make 25 grand a month. And the crazy thing is you already know more about filmmaking. You know more about how to achieve this than they do, and yet they're doing it and you're not. So stop thinking you're an imposter. You're not. You make mistakes, so what? That's the price of trying. Don't quit just because some stranger on the internet has offered you criticism. You've got the skills, you've got the gear, you've got a great head start. You just need to go and hit record. You have got this. The 6th way of making passive income as a videographer is to collaborate with brands for residual royalties. This one is similar to courses. However, if you switch courses for brands or businesses, then you've got something slightly different. Your films, they are assets to a thriving business. If you can make a video that has long-term value, you can really genuinely make a big impact to some of these businesses. I have partnered with YouTubers, with businesses, and instead of offering a rate, I've said, I will take equity in your brand. I get it in writing and it becomes a revenue driver. You also have an incentive for it to work. So no doubt you'll end up putting in more work anyway. But remember to be smart, get this in writing, work with trustworthy people, and set realistic terms. Enthusiasm burns out quickly, and I've learned this the hard way. So think in years and not in months. Not every deal works out. I once agreed to a 25% stake in a business that was struggling. Are you coming in, are you? We're just finishing up a video. Do you think it's going to keep him up? Hello, chicken. Wow. I once agreed a 25% stake in a business that needed some major help. And the deal was incredible. If it had have worked out, I would be a part owner of a business that's thriving and doing really well. But sadly, the business didn't last. Despite my efforts, it did go under. Was it a waste? In one sense, you could say yes, but I would do it again. And the reason why is because if you swing the bat at 10 of those opportunities and only one hits, it's still worth it. The payoff could be life-changing. Equity in a thriving, cash-flowing business is worth its weight in gold. So go out there and network and find where these opportunities are. The seventh way you can make passive income as a videographer is by hiring out your gear. This one's seriously underrated and hardly anybody talks about it, but this is one of the easiest ways that I have made thousands of pounds doing almost nothing. And earlier this year, I rented out my gear for a couple of £1,000s. And I literally did nothing for that other than own the assets. So the way I did this was that I made the prices unbelievably good. If I wasn't using the equipment itself, then they were just sat there doing nothing. So I made the prices really, really good. I required that the people picking up the gear had full insurance that would cover it so that I didn't have to be insured, which saved a headache. And I asked them to pick up the kit and drop it back themselves. And because the prices were so good, they were super happy to do it. No chasing, no damage, no drama. It was easy. Built some great relationships with some local filmmakers as a result of this. And it's a super low barrier to entry. All you need is the gear that you already use, buy some stuff that's in high demand, like a brand new gimbal or a new drone. And look, if it works pretty well, build yourself a little website for the local area. You can scale up quite easily. You might be able to buy more kit and hire it out. It just depends. I even noticed a spike in the need for a teleprompter at one point. So I purchased one specifically to rent out. Okay, so we have one bonus point left. But before that, I wanted to mention a couple of honorable mentions. And that could be collecting royalties from TV or film, selling digital artwork, joining a school group and sharing your knowledge, starting a newsletter, or launching a blog. The eighth way that you can make passive income as a videographer is by creating your own stock photo and video website. This one is definitely my favorite and has definitely made me the most money. And it started when a few brands locally started approaching me about the videos that I was taking of our local area. And by the fifth one, I thought, you know what, I might be onto something here. So I set aside 3 days to build a simple site to sell a few clips. 9 months later, after endless headaches, consultants, and thousands of pounds, I finally launched my very own stock photo and video website. It was unbelievably complicated and with almost no help out there. Even 2 web experts that I hired were completely stumped and didn't know what to do. I didn't give up, and in the end, I got there. And to this day, my website hosts thousands of different videos, and not just mine. Other people's videos can be licensed on there as well. It's become a marketplace for local media. Why did I build it? I was sick of getting £1 from Adobe Stock for a photo I knew was worth a lot more than that, or £6 for a 4K video on Blackbox. So I set the prices myself. I offer both standalone clips and photos and a subscription for unlimited use. I get to decide the value of my work. And the best part is there are no middlemen that are taking a cut like Adobe Stock or Shutterstock. And here's something I didn't expect. My existing clients will say things like, oh, I don't suppose you've got a shot of this local area that we can insert into the film. I sell each of my clips for £50. So just by dragging and dropping into a project I already have, I can very quickly make £50, £100, £600 just like that. And look, find your angle. My angle is a local stock site. I run a website called isleofwhitestock.com. There's a massive gap on high quality media for my local area. That's my niche. But your niche doesn't have to be the same. Are you obsessed with ocean vibes? Build yourself an ocean stock site. Even iPhone quality footage is selling these days because people want to replicate real authentic footage taken on a phone. And you don't have to structure it in the same way I have. You could run this website for free and give away your footage for free, but get lots of traffic and use ads on the website to generate revenue. However, if I was going to build a stock website, I'd want to copy someone like me because it took me so long to figure out how to do it all. So if you like the sound of making your own stock website, which isn't that hard and isn't that expensive if you know how, the part that took me a long time was figuring out how to do it. If this interests you and you like the sound of that, just leave a comment saying that you'd like to hear how you could make your own stock site, and I'll be happy to put a full course together on YouTube for free. This channel is called Fix It in Post, and we talk about hacks, AI, passive income, all things related to filmmaking, being a creator and a photographer. If you like the sound of that, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.